Girl. Hey guys. Hey Chef Calvin, how are you? I feel like this is like the most. I've gone live twice today. Y'all getting blessed with me twice. How are you? DoorDash. What? DoorDash. Hey Angie. How are you? Heh. Why did that say in transit? I'm back. I'm girl the 3 days straight. Girl, no it isn't. How are you doing? I'm doing good. I'm amazing. I'm absolutely amazing. I had a success story that I posted on YouTube. If you haven't gone to subscribe to the YouTube channel and check that out. Don't let the 3D trigger you. I mean, feel your emotions, but don't let it trigger you. And if you feel like it's triggering you, then you should practice some Qigong. That'll definitely help with the embodiment part of things. Hey, Ziamara. Definitely watch it. Watch it all the way through and comment because engagement is key. I feel like I'm about to blow up. You know when you're like about to like embark on a manifestations? That's how I feel right now. I feel like I'm about to blow up on here. I genuinely feel like I'm about to blow up. Like, yeah, I got the glow up part, but I'm about to blow up. Like, I have that feeling. Birds of four land in terms of what? In terms of the car, in terms of my blow up, like the blow up of growing on social media, like, not really. It's kind of been stagnant. I've been receiving a lot of stagnancy. Hey, Jacob. It was a lot of stagnancy. So I don't think I felt like a birds of four land per se with this, is because it's been like a lot of stagnancy. But right now I feel like I'm about to blow up because I'm being more authentic, I'm being more open, I'm being more real and unfiltered when it comes to my journey and showing you guys like the real like nitty gritty of like manifesting. Like I'm not afraid to show you like, hey, I have my bad days too. I'm not exempt from my bad days. Just because just because I come on here and I talk about manifesting and I share my journey doesn't mean that I'm not exempt from having a day that is bad. Like circumstances get to me too. And thank you. Like circumstances get to me too. Like for the longest, like I've been growing my platform and been feeling stuck, and it's like, what the hell? Like, why am I not growing? And then like for the most part in the past 2 weeks have been going live like consistently, like showing up every day. Even when there's only one person following me on here. Like even when there's only one person in the live, one person engaging, one person commenting. Like, I'm still choosing to still show up. I came on because I came on a little early. I was on earlier editing a YouTube video while promoting my YouTube channel at the same time. So there's that. But I'm coming on again because I have a guest that is coming on soon. So I figured what better way of giving the live some traction by coming on a little earlier than anticipated. So I came on early so I can give the live the necessary extra boost. Bello, is that necessary? Why is she gotta be so extra? So there's that. But don't ever give up. Like, persisting is key. Like, persist. Don't give up. How was your day? Mine was good. I just arrived home. I'm about to make some food while watching you. Oh, well, I appreciate you. You live in the Netherlands? Wow. I have somebody from the Netherlands watching me? I feel famous. That's insane. The Netherlands? That's big. That's huge. Wow. You found me when I did the live with Pebbles? Oh, that means a lot. Watch, because you said Pebbles, she's gonna pop up. I've been supporting her for a while as well. Well, that means a lot. Like, that really means a lot. That really does mean a lot. I really do appreciate that. I like it here, so it's so fun. Yeah, thank you. Like I said, I have another live collaboration, so in 10 more minutes, I gotta share the live, so if I'm slow to respond, I'm making some food. Well, that's fine. What are you making? Sharing is caring. What are you making? Hey, Rich, how are you? Was I live yesterday with somebody? I think I was. Honestly, I don't even remember anymore. I'm making ground beef taco wrap with ooh, that sounds good. That sounds amazing. That sounds absolutely amazing. I love that for you. I think we forget that there's more than one. I also recorded a video today about manifesting in steps. I hope it tastes good because I made a new friend a few weeks ago, so I went over and made it. Oh, okay. No. That's good though. I love when people like, hey shop, I'm really old. I love when people like try to invite me to do those battles, and I don't mind doing them because it does help me get out of my comfort zone, but I just don't feel like doing them. We're almost at 1,000 likes. You guys are amazing. I have 2 million people watching me, okay? I have 2 million people watching, 100K likes, and 100,000 shares. I am the most famous woman in the entire universe. I get what I want when the hell I want it. Everything is always working out for us, best case scenario. Money comes to us quickly and easily. We get paid to fucking exist. Getting paid to exist is so fucking easy. I love being famous. I love being famous. Everything is working out for us, best case scenario. I'm on everyone's For You page, including my SP. My SP can't get enough of me. Isn't it fucking wonderful that life is always rigged in our favor? People love us. People adore us. People go out of their way to help us. People go out of their way to support us. Everything is working out for us, best case scenario. People are so in love with us. We get princess treatment everywhere we go. Isn't it wonderful? Hey Larissa, how are you? If you're new to the live, please like, double tap, and share out the live and collect your daily heart me, because that helps to push the live out to more people, and you're helping me by helping you. I want to talk a bit more about your SP, not too personal, of course. At the moment, no. I do not want to talk about my SP right now. I'm doing amazing. I don't want to say that I'm still manifesting him, because I already manifested him, because I'm already in the desired relationship that I want. Thank you for collecting your daily heart me. I appreciate you. I don't want to, but I also know he knows who, he's probably going to see me. So I don't want to share it yet until it's actually manifested. I understand. Yes, you have SP already, but he likes you so much he watches your live. You're not wrong. He does. He randomly be popping into my lives randomly. So it's very possible. I'm not mad at it though. I'm not mad at it. Yeah, some things are best to keep quiet. I have the audacious audacity to talk about other things, but when it comes to SP manifestation, I keep quiet with those SP manifestations. Everything else, I have no problem talking about. I have absolutely no problem talking about it. And if a random guy does approach me and he's like, "Oh, I'm trying to talk to you," I'm like, "No, I'm married." I keep it pushing. But with everything else, no. I have the audacious audacity to speak my dreams into existence with the power of the tongue, with everything else except for SP. But when I meet a random stranger, I'm married. Random guy, I'm married. I have no problem. I am married. I'm very much married. I have no problem. What? I'm married. Thank you for the almost 1,000K taps. Actually, 100K taps, because we're over here being famous. I love being famous. Okay, we famous. Thank you for the shares. 400,000 shares, 100,000 likes, 4 million people are watching me. We got a flash goal. Let me set up that flash goal. Pin. We need 3 gifters to send 3 daily heart me's in 15 minutes. Is that possible? No, actually, I don't even know why I'm questioning, is that possible? Of course it's possible, because everything is possible. There is nothing that's off the table. Everything's always working out for us. Best case scenario, no matter what. Life is always rigged in our favor. Best case scenario, no matter what. There was something that I saw like earlier, but now I don't even know where it is. But it is okay. I don't want that. Or I don't want that either. Enhance. I don't want that. Okay, I can't figure out how to do it. Wait, no. Sound effects. Yeah. There we go. Let me share. The lag. The lag is real. Ready when you are. I don't want to create a group. Send separately. Hey, Cultivating Self, how are you? I hope everything is amazing. Did you have a chance to see my new video? Thank you for the daily heart me. Yay! Thank you. We need 2 more daily heart me's. I'm amazing, okay? I'm amazing and blessed. Thank you. And it matches my glasses. Hi, Panda. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I did not even do that intentionally, okay? Let me just start off by saying that was not intentional. That was an accident, okay? That was pure accident. Crystal, yeah, everybody's coming today. Wait, hi.
Hey, I got my face on here.
Hey,
What's up,
Crystal.
guys?
So this is our guest. This is a random impromptu live.
Yeah, it
So
was pretty random.
random, but hey, everything works out. So I just want you to introduce yourself and then tell
Hi,
us.
I'm Cindy. I'm a mindset and life coach, guys. I'm assuming you guys are on here for manifestation too. So, if you have any questions, I don't know what you do on here. You answer questions too. Is it kind of similar to what I do, or?
Kind of similar. We just like have like a random conversation. Like I usually like do like interviews. People can ask questions and like we talk about our journeys and like all of that good stuff and whatever else we want to talk about. So it just goes with the flow.
Okay, cool.
So that's why I like to have people like usually it's like a FaceTime call, like a FaceTime call with your girlfriend kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it just builds up engagement for the both of us. And at the end, I like to you tell people where to find you, what your services are, and just a really great thing. This I started this as a way for to show that we can all collaborate and no one is taking from each other and that we can all win.
Right, that's a good way to see it.
So that's why I started doing these lives.
Okay, this is my first time actually collaborating with someone. I mean, I had somebody else ask to collaborate with them for their app or whatever, but I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that.
No, that makes sense. That definitely makes sense. So how long
Yeah.
have you been manifesting? Like how did you get into manifesting and doing like the mindset work and all of that? And how long have you been creating content? No, that's a lot of questions.
No, it's okay. So I got into manifestation 2.5 years ago. I never thought about being a coach, but I got into it 2.5 years ago. And of course, like I had a bad self-concept when I started. I think that's like with most people. And you think that, oh, you can manifest these cool things, these outcomes. It wasn't working real well, it was, but I would get like mixed results. Like, okay, I'd get some movement or things weren't really working. And so I was hearing a lot of advice with that. Um, then I found, I think it was Sammy. And let me not say the name. Let me just not do that. Sorry, guys. So I found that and was doing the robotic affirmations for, which is not a bad thing. I should tell you guys to robotically affirm. There's just a way you guys need to do it, which is between 1 to 3 times a day, right? Because overdoing it, we already know what happens with that. So people, you get on my nerves.
Yeah, that would be funny, but she's blocked, so it doesn't matter.
So, you said who's blocked?
We're not gonna say her name.
Yep, yep. So, but we know who that is. We already know what I'm talking about. So, with that issue, I was told like don't work on your self-concept. So I was in that whole type of just affirm and keep doing this, keep trying to get the outcome and everything. And it was more detrimental to my health, my mental health, both. If I think a lot of people can pretty much confirm that. And then I was listening to Dylan James too. I love Dylan James. He's my favorite. I know, I love him. And I was kind of doing a mixture, but I never, can we know why? Somebody said, can we know why? Never mind, I already know because I just heard don't work on self. Ooh,
Oh yeah, yeah.
what type of shit is that? Um, sorry guys, I'm like my personality is like I'm have no chill, basically.
It's fine. I don't have no chill button either, so it's okay. It's
Um, People are telling your people not to work on their self-concept? What the heck? So that was the worst advice I've ever heard, basically. So we're just gonna keep it like that. And basically, like, okay, so with robotic affirmations, when you use them too much, like if you're doing them a lot, you'll see movement, like you'll get a little, I think I was explaining that when you were on my live. You're like, you'll see something here. Maybe you'll get like 5 follow, like if you're affirming for your social media, you'll get like 5 followers, like, okay, it's working, and you're doing it all day. And then by 2 months goes by and you're like, wow, okay, well, nothing's really there because it's the state that manifests everyone. Um, so then I was like, you know what? I'm really exhausted by this. Let me work really on myself. So I did that for a while and I still was doing the robotic affirmations a lot. And I finally just like, I want to say like a month or two ago, but I pretty much stay consistent with my teachings when I teach manifestation. I've always told everyone, don't abuse that. Just do it between 1 to 3 times a day. But I wasn't listening to my own teaching. Like I was telling people to do that, but I was like, okay, I'm still gonna do it a lot. I actually made a video about that, but I haven't posted that yet. And that was the worst time. I think that was like for 2 to 3 weeks, I was robotically affirming all day, like for 16 hours straight for like 2 to 3 weeks. Oh my God, it was a nightmare.
a
And then
lot.
I came to the realization I was doing it on a time crunch. And I've manifested things with robotic, like the first big thing that I manifested with robotic affirmations on a time crunch was my place. So it did work, but I noticed I wasn't doing it all day. I did it more often, but I wasn't doing it from the moment I wake up. So like I wasn't doing that.
Yeah.
But it shows you were persistent. Well, persisting means being loyal to your state. It doesn't mean driving yourself insane till your face turns a different color. So basically, I got when I did that for 2 to 3 weeks, it was for SP and I didn't get my I realized that there's some false info, like somebody's not really telling the true story with behind that because I was told numerous times, keep affirming over and over till it shows. And I know you guys have heard this. And I even got like a membership with that person. I'm not going to say their name. I'm pretty sure you guys have common sense to know who that is. And I realized that it was more like I was realizing a lot of stuff. And I started to unlearn all that information and realize the truth, what really manifestation is. And it's the state that manifests. It has nothing to do. I mean, the technique is supposed to put you guys into the state. The techniques are just to do that, but they're not supposed to be something you abuse and use all day. The problem is people are coming into manifestation and they're doing that. And now I'm just pretty much, now that I've learned that on my own and I'm feeling kind of sorry for people, I don't want them to go through the same thing. So I'm making sure that I get the word out. Hey, it's a state that manifests. It has nothing to do really with the technique. You don't have to robotically affirm all day long. And a lot of people don't get that. And they still don't, I mean, I just don't think it's taught too much.
Not taught too much. And I think it also boils down to a lot of people are copying, pasting content. So
I
they
was
learn.
guilty of it. I was guilty of it. And I have no issue admitting that I was wrong about something. Like, I'm not going to let my ego get in the way of saying stuff that other people said. And I did that. I was guilty of that. But I decided to quit listening to everybody because I was like, dude, they don't know what they're talking about. And I did my own research and I tested it. And now I'm getting success rates like every day because of this. And I make sales in my business every day now. I went viral. Like now I'm at 300 something thousand views on one of my videos on TikTok. And I'm not even robotically affirming all day. I still do it, but I only do it like one or two times a day. So it doesn't even feel like I'm really doing anything.
Yeah. A state meaning inner knowing, so like therefore you don't have to be high vibe. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. Like you just want to be, you don't want to be, you don't have to be in the high vibe that everybody claims that you have to be in. It's more like you're just chill, you're just calm, you're just like you're living your life, you're not really worried. Because what I actually recently started implementing was a 70% rule. Because I a little bit about my background, and most of the people who are on here, they already know like my background. Like you, I found a certain somebody just like you, and I applied. Oh, Pebbles, we were just talking about you earlier. Look at that, we done manifested you in here. We were literally just talking about you like 20 minutes ago. Hey, anyways, um, so I found her and I was like, there's gotta be something else. Like I wasn't getting frustrated, but I was like, where is the content about the people about, that are trauma informed? Like, where are the people that were with the mental health and like saying this? Cause I'm like, there's something missing. Like I always felt like there was just something missing. And I was like, there's something missing. So I ended up going back to school. I went back to school in 2021, and the school that I went to is Leslie University. And I found out last year when I graduated that the school's motto is I would have perished had I not persisted, which is ironic given the fact that I learned about law of assumption before going back to school. And what I got my bachelor's degree in was holistic psychology, a specialization in expressive arts therapy, a double minor in cognitive neuroscience and photography. And I got into the accelerated master's degree in mindfulness. So the way that I apply law of assumption, it's
Is
not
through that way, the
through
way you went
that.
to school for.
So we had a lot of different conversations in school where we talked about law of assumption, we talked about quantum physics, there were so many different things. I learned so many different things, and you can find the intersect in each and every single class. Like I even found a way to connect cell and molecular biology back to manifesting. Like
Well, that's
I
cool.
found ways to connect everything to everything. And it's like because I have that research and because I studied what I study and because I actually did my research, I can then articulate the concepts that I understood and say it in a way where other people understand it. I even had a class about consciousness. And so the class that I'm taking now, is qigong, and something, and a lot of like my research papers, I talk about me. So I use myself as the experience. So I don't just like talk about it, I am about it. Like I write the papers, I experiment, I try this, I try that, I do this. So something that came up in this dragon and tiger medical qigong book is called
Oh,
the
that's cool.
70% rule, where if you find yourself, you don't want to overexert yourself. You know how like if you're working out in the gym, you can find yourself giving yourself 100% and then you strain yourself.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't go past 70%. So if you have like an injury or you're not feeling well, you lower the percentage. So I'm finding that a lot of people are, when they are robotically affirming or whatever, they're using 100% of their brain power to robotically affirm. We're
Hmm.
using 70% of that because no one went to the hospital for relaxation. So learn how to relax, learn how to put yourself into the relaxation and using the nervous system regulation. And Qigong is one of those exercises where it's your energy healing, your practice, you're understanding the flow of energy throughout your body, and it's resetting your nervous system and it's healing your nervous system. So it's a way for you to do nervous system regulation, but through movement as opposed to the breath work. I mean, you're still doing breath work with it, but that's what's interesting. Like, I'm seeing, I've been practicing it for 2 weeks and doing touching grass while I do it because I moved from New York to Houston. So I've been implementing all these different aspects.
I've been to Houston before.
I love doing that. What's your take on subliminal?
I think that's stupid, but I don't know. I think they're like a sound playing in your ear while you're sleeping. It just doesn't sit right with me. I've never like if I'm gonna use a subliminal, I was doing it to focus affirm, but I don't do them anymore. Like I don't do focus affirming anymore because I'm like, okay, I'll just do my technique like while I'm getting ready and stuff because I don't want to like lay down like do like I kind of just like I said, I like to detach. I like sleep affirmations, but not subliminals.
Yeah, I listen
I
to
just don't. You listen to subliminals?
subliminals sometimes during the day. Like during the day I'll listen to subliminals and at night I listen to my own affirmations with my own voice.
I've done that before too. For some reason, I take other people's voice a lot better. I don't know why. Maybe because it sounds more demanding. So I've done my own voice for a while, and then now I just listen to somebody else's. I mean, it works perfectly fine for me.
Yeah, the Pebble said that she listens to them during the day while she's working. And somebody asked, "Do y'all think that detaching is necessary?"
Yes. Yes. Since I've been doing that, I've been manifesting really fast. Like I said, I've been okay. So what I started doing, when did I implement this? Because time goes by quick. Maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago when I started like, dude, no, was it that long? Whenever I quit, okay, maybe it was a month ago. I can't think of the time frame. It was just recent. So I stopped affirming all day because I was like, dude, because like I said, I did it for that time period, didn't get my shit because I realized that, okay. And then I was like, detaching works a lot better. So I started detaching and doing techniques a lot less. And then all of a sudden, like I said, things just started working out the way I wanted it to. Now I'm making sales in my business every single day. And like I said, I'm going viral on TikTok, and then that post is at like 340,000 views. I think that post is gonna hit to 1 million views. It's like just really going viral, and I'm like, oh God, I never had this many. And the fact that money is consistently coming in. So when I used to robotically firm for my business all day, I wasn't really getting anything. I was more stressed out. I was more anxious. And then when I just started to relax and just go about my day as if I already had it, and just think about other stuff, it all just was working out because I was manifesting perfectly fine before I knew about manifestation. So
Yeah. I think that's what we all have to remember. Like we're always manifesting. We've always been manifesting. We were just manifesting the stuff that we didn't want in combination. And then I think in terms of like detachment, my perspective on detachment, because Pebbles is right, there everybody has their own perspective on detachment. My perspective is that you're detaching from the old story, like from the old identity, from the old, and you're just letting that part of you die off and
that
make
is true. Yeah.
for the new. And I think sometimes I think, well, not I think, I feel like a lot of times we get stuck into that cycle of like, oh, nothing is happening and nothing is changing. But then I think we forget that sometimes the movement is that we need to move. Like, I for the past like 2 or 3 years I've been manifesting moving out of New York because I hated being in New York. I felt stuck. I felt stagnancy. I hate like, and I probably have some really sugar like shitty assumptions about New York and that I don't thrive. I feel like I'm in survival mode living there, but I just have
Yeah.
no desire to change those assumptions. Like I just don't like. I think we need to normalize being okay with not changing every assumption
Yeah,
that's
and I tell people that like why would you want to change? People manifest the stupidest stuff sometimes like they'll be like, "Oh, I'm just trying to manifest that my SP is another gender." Like why the fuck would you want to do that? Like what the hell? Okay, sorry guys. I know I have no chill on this live.
that's valid. So I
Just
like
dumb stuff.
it makes sense. Like there's just some things you just don't have to change. And so for like from 2021 until now, like up until May, I was manifesting moving to Texas. And I'm like, it didn't dawn on me until I got here. I was like, well, how the hell was I supposed to go to Houston and move to Houston when I'm in school?
Right.
In school. I'm already going back and forth between Massachusetts and New York to graduate. So how the hell do you explain? I'm like thinking to myself, like every manifestation has its own point in time. Like it has its own set in stone time. Yes, manifestation is instant. It's already done. But if I would have moved earlier, if I would have moved earlier and I would have gotten if I would have moved any time earlier, I would have been more stressed out because I had school and I would have been worried about how I was going to go to school and all of this and I was like, yeah, no. So it happened when it was supposed to happen. And now that I've done all the internal work, I've done all of this amazing stuff already, and I've graduated and I've done whatever I completed, things that I was manifesting like for the past like 2 or 3 years, now they're just like coming in like clockwork. Like I'm like, oh
Hmm.
wait, got my car. Like I got a car. Like that was like something that I was actively working on while I was in New York, and I've been here for 2 weeks and just got a car.
Oh wow, that's good.
I've only been here for 2 weeks, and I'm like,
And I know in New York, a lot of people don't drive a car typically because there's taxis, it's pretty busy and stuff. So it's like, what's the point? You probably were tired of New York. I hear some people have good things about it, some people don't. I don't know.
let's
I
have
never
a
been down there personally.
don't yeah. It's great to visit, just not to live. And I was just tired of
Yeah.
the hustle, the hustle mentality. I was like, I need to be in my soft girl era, and it being here, it's teaching me that slowing down, trusting the process, patience, relearning myself, learning what I like, learning what I don't like, being the main character. So the movement sometimes is getting out of that stagnancy stuck. And if you need to feel, if you feel like you're not getting movement, move.
Yeah.
Like,
And I've gotten to the point like I think I'm so good with manifesting now to where I don't talk about movement anymore. I don't talk about thought transmission anymore because to be honest with you, that shit is really pointless. Do you want your manifestation or not? Is kind of gets to that point. And all you got to do is just be in the state of having it. And that's it. So people, they'll ask me irrelevant questions. They'll be like, so what are they thinking? Like, why do you care what they're thinking? Just act like the person that has it. That's all you have to do instead of going like, well, what are they gonna do? Why did they text me this? Questioning every last thing. And I'm like, why are you doing that? Like either like you questioning it isn't gonna get you your manifestation. You thinking obsessively about it's not gonna get your manifestation. So you went to school for psychology, you said? Was it psychology?
Holistic psychology.
You said forensic psychology?
Holistic psychology.
Holistic psychology.
Right?
Did
It's
I?
not like regular, like it's like regular psychology, but it goes more into depth. Like I took classes like eco psychology. I took classes like eco psychology, holistic psychology. I took a nutrition class. I took cell molecular. Like there was like layers that I didn't even understand and know that even existed. And I was like, oh, well, this is good. Like this is, um, oh, thank you. So it opens your perspective because then you start to understand that you don't just look at the mind, you look at everything as a whole. So I feel that if one area of your life is out of whack, all areas of your life are out of whack.
Typically, yes. Right, that is true. I've noticed that if one area kind of sucks in your life, then most of them tend to. Because once I kind of just got in alignment with like being the person that had everything, like the money started flowing even more. So how much have I made within these past couple days? This is the most I've made within just 2 days. I've made $800 within two. That's the fastest I've made, I feel like, within my business. And I'm like, okay, so I already know that shit's about to be even more.
You gotta clap.
I just tell myself, I mean, I don't really roll back. If I roll back from that I'm a millionaire, I only do that like 1 or 2 times a day, and I just act like I am one. So I'm just at the point where like, all right, well, it's already working. It's already done. I mean, it's already done. And then I don't think about my manifestations. Like I kind of like to teach manifestation in a logical way to where I don't want people to feel like they have to obsess over things all day and kind of just go about life like they did before.
Yeah.
That's kind of it because it really all it is the state. That's it. And some people overcomplicate it. Like it's like, okay, I see people explain it as like they're not you, because I know you went to college, but like a college professor. And I'm like, dude, like you sound brilliant, but I'm just gonna look at you like, I don't know what you're talking about. You sound smart, but at this point, I'm just gonna be confused. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then you got some people that just don't know what they're talking about. They're like, it's as if it's like preschool information. And I feel like I'm in a class where I'm like, yeah, this isn't making any sense. Um,
No, that's valid. That's definitely valid. I mean, that's I think that's the beauty. Like, I think that's like the beauty of it, but also like the understanding of everything. There's truth in everything. That there's. I like to find the truth in everything, but I do see from the awareness aspect that there are just one too many copy and paste people that are just regurgitating the same.
Regurgitating, yeah. I was one of them at one point, but I quit that a long time ago. And I'm like, you know what? I found that answer out on my own and got some real knowledge from people that actually know what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I had to unlearn somebody else's information, not going to say any names, and things started happening. And I was like, you know what? Like, it's really sad that some people can be brainwashed, like really brainwashed into thinking like it's like they're getting taught that just to keep coming back for more and more when they're being fed a lie. And I just don't like other people to go through that and then waste years. And it's like, do you really think we were brought here to robotically affirm all day long? No.
Not live your life. Like you gotta go live your life. Like live your life. I think, and that's why I like whoever I connect with. Like, because I've been watching your content since I saw for like a while on YouTube, and
Oh, so you're from my YouTube channel.
I
Okay.
know you from like I know you from YouTube, and then your videos started popping up on my For You page as of recently, and so I whoever I gravitate towards or whoever pops up on my For You page, Like there's I always like to say that there's a reason for why you guys pop up on my For You page, because that means we're supposed to be connected in some way, shape, or form. And so whoever does do that, it's because you are probably one of the real people and authentic people that I want to connect with, because I don't want to connect with anybody that's not authentic.
I get that a lot. Everyone says that. I act like myself. I'm like 100%, like I'm not phony. I just kind of tell people how it is, whether they like it or not. And like, we're taught a lot of times. One thing I hate with manifestation, we're taught to not respect ourselves. You just hear a lot of that. They're like, oh, it's okay if you keep, to keep it real, fucking that married man, he'll change, he doesn't have free will, which is true. But let's be honest here. Like, if you're acting like that in your 3D, being messy and stuff, what does that say about you? Because manifestation is about you're aligning yourself with that desire. That's being in the state. So, do you really think you would be acting like that, messy?
No.
And I kind of just tell it how it is. I say like stuff that people don't want to say. And I'm like, well, I just say how it is. Like, oh, if you want to go out and do that and be in these streets, that's on you.
Like you gotta take accountability. Like if you're not willing to take accountability, then how do you expect to make everlasting changes of your life if you're not taking accountability for your own life? You have to take
Mhm.
some type of accountability. Like not even some type of accountability. You gotta take accountability. Like, and it's not necessarily taking accountability for how somebody else is showing up. It's more so taking accountability of where you
What you choose, what you choose to entertain,
that part.
how you're acting, like where you're placing your focus. A lot of it's where you're placing your focus. Messy behaviors, like I see a lot of that, and I'm just like, you're trying to manifest marriage with your SP, but you're going to the club every like, okay, I'm just keeping it real. You're going to the club every night.
Things that need to, these are things that it should not be explained, but it needs to be explained.
I've been saying, I maybe that's why people like me because I just say it. Like you're manifesting marriage, but you're going to the club every night. Like, going to the club, and then some people get offended by that stuff, but I don't care because people who are superficial, that's who it's going to offend. People who are very superficial, and I shine the light on those people very easily and they get really, they get offended easily. But it's like, okay, well, you want your life to change, you want marriage with them. Of course, he doesn't want to marry you because you're too clingy. Why can't your husband be in the club? Because that's messy. And I'm not about to have, like, ew. Like, let's be honest here. Like, okay, like, I let people know, like, that's just how I am. I tell people what my beliefs are, my standards. I'm sorry, but somebody that respects and values themselves is highly attractive. Someone that is just, doing drugs, oh, I can't say that word on there, drugs, and doing that, that's a turnoff. I would rather date someone that holds himself to a high standard. And a lot of people, where their problem is that they think they're going to get top tier quality treatment from someone or somebody that's like that, but they're not even holding themselves to that standard.
Yeah, that's valid.
You're not even holding yourself to a high standard. I hold myself to that high standard. That's why I teach other people to do it. That's called being authentic. Now, superficial people won't tell, like they're not even going to tell people that, oh, it's okay, just keep doing that technique. You can do anything in your reality and everything will be fine. And then you see these same people still not getting what they want. And it takes a real person to just be like, hey, this is how you've been. You don't respect yourself. You're very needy. You are desperate. You're an energy vampire. Like I tell people who they are. Like this is exactly like some people need to hear that stuff. I wish somebody could have told me that stuff because then I wouldn't have been making the same decisions in my life. Like it would have changed my life if somebody was just upfront with me. Like, yeah, I may have not wanted to hear it in the moment, but you have to be if people can't be honest with themselves, how is your life supposed to change? You're not even being real to yourself. You're not even being honest about who you're being.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't want to do that. They don't want to hear that. Well, no wonder your life is still the same.
Yeah.
because people can't be honest with themselves. They're not, and then when you lie to yourself, you're not self-aware. Self-awareness is probably like the biggest thing with manifestation. Self-awareness, nobody talks about that a lot. So I'm going to be making more videos about being self-aware, because if you're not self-aware, you're going to have superficial friends. Your reality is going to be superficial. You're probably one of those people that get ghosted all the time, but somehow you don't know why you're getting ghosted because you're not doing anything. Like, you're such a nice person and you're like, "Well, I don't know." Well, because you're not self-aware. You don't see what you're doing. And I tell people that nobody's blocking you for no reason. Nobody's breaking up with you for no reason. It's you.
Yeah. Yeah. Do we also have to learn how to to discern? I think that we also have to learn how to discern the concepts of when it's you and when to discern when it's not you. Because I think that a lot of times in the community we get so tripped up into hearing like, oh, everything is you pushed out, and then we
Yeah.
blame ourselves like, oh my god, this person is showing up this way. We start blaming ourselves for somebody else's.
Yes.
It's like,
Yes.
no, that's their problem. Like, we need to,
Yes.
just because everyone is you pushed out is true doesn't mean that we are supposed to take on like every issue and every part. Like, no, like we got to learn how to be aware and have that discernment to know like, no, that's not me, that's you. Like that's a you thing, that's a you problem. You gotta fix that. Because I noticed that when I was manifesting my XSP, he would blame me. Like, he would come in and out of my life. I know that part was me because I
Yeah.
was accepting him coming in and out of my life, and I wasn't putting up the boundary and be like, yeah, no, like, you can't come back until you change, like, until you are you're showing up differently. But
Yeah. It's called, and you were respecting yourself when you finally were like, okay, I'm not going to let you just keep coming back in and out of my life. That's what I'm saying. You people will change as soon as you do, real fast.
yeah, and then there was moments where he was blaming me for stuff, and he was like he's like saying like, "Oh, you do this all the time," and like blaming me for like money issues or issues with his family, and I'm like, "No, quit putting the blame on me. Quit blaming me for every little thing that goes wrong in your life, because it's not all me. I know where I did wrong. I know where I take accountability for. I know where I messed up at, but." Him putting up all of the burden on me and all of the issues on me and having me take that as responsibility, it's like,
Yeah, that's not my fault. And then that's when you have self-respect and you stick up for yourself. That's not my issue. You're like, yeah, definitely.
even
You're
if
huge.
those people will come back, you still need discernment. The Bible and Neville tells us this. Yep.
Yes. Basically common sense. And unfortunately, when people get brainwashed, they don't have that. They lose themselves. And then I look like, I can't believe it's going out in that manifestation community that you can obsess over someone and it's okay. I didn't know obsessing over your desire was okay. I think that's very crazy.
Common. It's really,
That's like
it's really not.
common sense is not so common. Yeah,
To
unfortunately.
manifest without making any healing work. Would
It's
you?
impossible. I mean, yeah, but you're gonna get short-term results. I mean, you're manifesting regardless, but unless you want your life to look like shit, then all right.
When
When
you
you had a lot of core wounds by your both parents, um, I mean, here's the thing. When you guys ask questions like that, and I'm just gonna keep it up front, it's because you guys don't want to do any work. It's literally because you just want to get quick fixes. You guys don't like that's self-neglect, just so you know. So that question right there, is it possible to manifest without making any healing work when you had a lot of core wounds? Okay, that's like I'm just gonna keep it real with you, Cruz. That's you trying to get from A to Z. I'm just calling it out. Like I'm gonna tell you like that's what it is. Because if I ask a question like that, that's me neglecting myself and just going like, oh, I just want to get in a relationship. whatever I got going on with me, even though I got trauma, I was all this stuff, then how are you really trying to, do you really want, like, you guys are so concerned about getting an outcome that you don't see where the problem is coming. Because we've had a conversation before, and I know I told you this, and I told you, because I know you're on this live, and I'm saying this for love, but you know I'm upfront. You have to change. Remember when we had that conversation? We had that same conversation. Nobody's ghosting you for no reason when you start to talk. Like nobody's doing that. Nobody's acting like this towards you. You're doing that to yourself, okay? And then clinging on and like, well, I want to manifest them. You just met this person. That's all like, and that's okay, right? You can still manifest people you just met, but I'm gonna be honest with you. When you're asking questions like, is it still possible even though like I have all this stuff going on? What type of silly question is that?
Mm-hmm. Not the destination, it's the journey.
That's a desperate question. That's a goofy question. That's not even like, are you serious? Like you really do not care. Like it's so sad. Like do you guys not care about yourselves to the point where like you're asking these type of questions?
Mm.
I'm ashamed. Like you guys know better. You guys been watching my content for too long now to be asking these questions.
Do
As
the
a person,
and if you don't, so it's not necessarily, so if you don't want, there's a way to do it where I'm a bit of a psychosynthesis person. Not, I don't necessarily, hey, gracious me, I don't necessarily, psychosynthesis is basically like the combination of like, it's the opposite of psychoanalysis. Psychosynthesis is where you're integrating all parts of yourself, like your higher self with your shadow self. So it's not like doing shadow work. It's more like you're accepting your shadow and you're integrating it with your higher self, and you're asking your higher self and your shadow and having a conversation with both of them. Like, okay, it's more like a yes and. Like, it's okay for me to feel this way and I can still get what I want.
yes, and I do that actually today. So what she's like you said, I can feel this way in this moment. I may be triggered, but it's okay. And I'm gonna allow myself to that's self-love, just so you guys know. Feeling uncomfortable, but being okay with it. And then asking yourself, where's this coming from? I just had that happen today. I had somebody, email me about my business, like, hey, it's my birthday today. And like it was a subscription with my business. And they're like, can you give me a refund? Even though, but that triggered me. Instead of judging myself, I allowed myself to feel whatever I had to feel. And then I handled the situation appropriately, like I needed to. I got a hold of my social media manager and had a conversation with her, and then handled it gracefully instead of reacting and go like, "Well, fuck it," like you know what I'm saying, like getting irritated. Like I allow myself to feel what I need to feel, but I don't react as in like, you get what I'm saying? Like I feel what I'm feeling, which is irritated or whatever, but I don't project it, and I don't judge myself for feeling the way I need to feel. And then
Yes.
I go about my day and I love myself even more because I didn't judge myself for feeling what I need to feel because I'm a human.
We're spiritual beings having a human experience. What kind of techniques do you guys suggest for me for identity issues and rejection issues? Honestly, I
No,
highly
I want to do. Oh, sorry. I'm like reading stuff too.
I highly suggest doing qigong, and that may come as a shock, but I highly suggest doing it because qigong is one of those. You're gonna prevent burnout from doing it. And I've only been doing it for 2 weeks. Okay, I'm not an expert on it. I've only been doing it for 2 weeks. I'm still learning, but that's the beauty of it. You're gonna de-stress yourself from burnout, but because you are practicing qigong and you're working with the energy centers and the meridians, like acupuncture meridians in your body, whatever part of your body may be like blocked energetically is gonna, over time it's going to be released. The chi is going to start flowing so that it makes room and makes it easier for you to release the abandonment issues, and you're going to start feeling better, and it's going to actually rewire yourself, as opposed to the doing like the 10,000 like affirmations a day.
Like that shit is a joke.
Like, do things like practicing qigong, and then after you practice the qigong, then work on the awareness, and then work on the awareness, then you can implement the self concept. Like all of this has all these different things, and the mindfulness aspects, all of these things are interconnected. They're all interconnected. You cannot have one without the other. Everyone is saying that there is truth. If you listen to each and every single one of us, not every one of us, but the people who are actually speaking in depth, you take what Cindy says, take what I say, take what Danny from State of Awareness says, take like you if you find take what each and every single one of
Danny, did
us.
you say Danny from State of Awareness?
He's amazing. If you
I
take
know
these,
we follow each. The reason why I said it is because we follow each other, and he be laughing at the stuff I
he's amazing.
say.
I love Danny. I did a collab live with him too. So he's great.
I thought about collabing with him
He's great.
when
You
he because
should.
he hopped on my live but I don't know what that was about. Maybe just like I was just thinking maybe he just wanted to see what's up and then it just popped up in my head, but I don't like ask people to collab for some reason.
But like
I've
I
been
said,
having people ask me to collab and I just go like, yeah, that's fine or whatever.
no, that's valid. And that's why I was saying, like, if you find that you find all these little things, you integrate everything with each other, and the process will go by so much smoother. But that's my take. What's Cindy's take? What is your take?
Yeah. With what?
With what she was asking, the what
We
are
can
things that she can do to help with her issues and
what kind of techniques do you guys suggest me for abandonment issues? Okay, so I already tell you guys everything is in my academy for you guys to do. Okay. The sleep tapes, the affirmations, everything is in there. You guys get lesson plans, and people are coming out of my academy like a completely different person, like literally. So if you want to do the change, it's in there. That's just what I tell people at this point. But I tell them you can like listen to the sleep tape, the sleep hypnosis for self concept, and then the daily affirmations, and that helps with your self concept.
she's affirming abandonment and rejection over herself. Yeah, yeah. I would also say, yes, the stillness is definitely important, and the
For
husband.
me, abandonment and rejection over herself. Well, yeah, you're doing it, Cruz, by the based off the question. Like, here's what you're saying. You're like, no, I really want to change, but you're not acting like somebody that wants to change because the question you ask, like, is it still possible? That lets me know that you're still trying to get an easy way out of this. But when you keep like and neglecting yourself like that, people show up like a big giant mirror and they reject you too. That's when you get ghosted. That's when you get blocked. That's when people don't want a relationship with you because look how you're treating yourself. My question is, why do you not like yourself that much to where you feel the need to do that to yourself and seek external validation?
Hmm.
A lot of people just want external validation. And I've gotten to a point where, look, I don't even care about views anymore. Like, I'm over it. I don't care about how many follow like act like somebody that already has it. Do I slip up from time to time? Yeah. But I still get back to my state of already having it. And you guys are seeing like when I wasn't even I didn't even think I was gonna go viral in that video. I just got inspired action, idea and it was real. Like I was talking to Chat GBT and I manifested something with that. And I thought, oh, maybe I'm gonna make a video about this. In the moment, it was inspired, and I did it and posted it, and now it's like 340,000 views. That's a lot,
That is a lot.
and it's still like speeding up. I'm like, and it happened only within. It was like 200,000 views within the next day of me posting it. I'm like, that was fast. I'm like, what the heck did I do? Whatever, but it's okay.
Celebrate, celebrate.
Yes.
We celebrate every little win we get. Like that's
Yeah.
like I don't pay attention. Like I don't need the validation. I like even when I have my lives and I have like one or two people watching me in my head, or when I'm on live, I say it out loud. I'm like, I have 1 million people watching. In this case, there's 6 people in here, so I'm like, okay, there's 6 million people watching the live. Like
Yeah.
I like to say that 6 million people watching, 7 million people watching, 27,000 likes or 2,700,000 likes, like 100,000 shares. Like, I'm not afraid to say it, and that helps to keep me into that state and me not seeking that outside validation. But it helps for me to keep that momentum, that momentum going, so that I don't lose track and lose sight of, okay, this is the end result. Sheila, tell him about calling me on the card. I told you, don't be scared. Don't go. You know what? You know what? She's right though. She really did. I was manifesting my car on Saturday, and I was getting frustrated with the dealership. And the dealer, and she was telling me, don't be scared about, walking away from the dealership. And I was like, okay. And I wasn't hearing what I wanted to hear. Like, I was not hearing yes. So I was like, okay, well, since you don't want to give me this car, I'm going to go somewhere else to go get this car. And when she was on the phone with me, I told the guy, and I said, and I quote, I'm going to manifest this car. I don't care what you say. I don't care what the bank says, but I'm going to manifest that car. Don't know how, I don't know when, but I'm going to do that. I walked away, walked out. Ashley was still on the phone with me, and Ashley told me to go do something. And instead of me going to go do it, I called up another dealership, and I ended up calling another dealership, and I asked them if they had the car in stock, because it was a yellow Nissan Kick 2025, and it was the SR, not an SV that I was originally going to get. It was an SR. And I asked them if they had it, and they were like, we don't have it. We actually have to get it from the dealership that told me no. But they were like, oh, come back, come into our dealership so that I could, so we can do the paperwork, so we can see if you get you'll get an approval. And if you work on getting an approval, then on Monday they'll go pick up the car for me, and I just have to come in. I'll just have to come in. And sure enough, they did whatever they did to get me into that car. I got an approval in a way that I least expected to get the approval. I didn't get it in the way that I thought I was going to get it, but I still got it. And now everything in me wants to be petty, but I'm not going to be petty and be like, go back to the dealership and be like, I thought you said I couldn't get the car. I'm driving the very car that I said I was going to get. Like the one that was in the dealership. I said that was going to be my car. I made a decision that that was going to be my car, and I'm driving the very car I said I was going to drive. So, persistence. I knew that was my car. And the car matches my glasses. I'm not going to not stop talking about the fact that the car matches my glasses. Because it's true, it does. So it just, yeah. I was 20 years, and I was such a daddy's little girl. I was putting all my faith on him and relying on him. Yeah. All because I walked away. I did. I walked away. Definitely walked away. Bruce, I say this with a whole lot of love, okay? I say this with a whole lot of love. Never mind, because Ashley just said it for me. Put the faith in you. Yeah, put the faith in you. If you're focused on all of those circumstances, you're gonna keep staying in that, and then your life is not going to change if you're gonna keep bringing that up.
I don't think I'm supposed to drink on here. I'm not do that. I heard you're not supposed to drink on live, like water.
Yeah. If it's in a water bottle, you can
Oh,
drink it if
oops.
it's in a water bottle. If it's not in a water bottle, then yeah, there. Or if you do drink, you got to do it off of camera. You're very welcome, Cruz. Yeah, TikTok can be a little bit of a pain in the butt with
They
certain
kicked me.
things.
They kicked me off. What it was Friday. I had like 40 people in there. I was mad. They kicked me off, and then they said you can't get back on live till June 15th. I'm like, what the heck? That's my birthday. I was like, right. But in my head, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be able to get back on. And literally like an hour later, they let me get back on.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
just decided, no, that's not what's gonna happen. They're gonna let me stay on.
Aw, thank you for the roses. No, like TikTok has its moments. Like TikTok has its moments. However, like if you're so basically if you go on it like the more consistent you are with going live, the more TikTok ends up like rewarding you for going live. And the more they
Right.
push you out into the algorithm more. Because at the end of the day, like it's run by AI. So the more you engage with it, the more you tell it what you want, the more it's like your subconscious. It's like you're feeding your subconscious. So whatever you're focusing on, it grows. So like if you're telling people to collect their daily heartbeats and you're telling them to share out the live, it's like a focusing bubble. You more people collect them, the better. It more it enhances pushing out, and more it goes out into the algorithm. And thank you for the daily heart me. But people, you gotta. There's a way to do it where there's a way to do it, and because it changed their whole system, they changed their system, and they have like a point system. So when you do collect your daily heart me, they have like a certain points. It's to basically wean out the bots. So they want to know whoever's engaging is not a bot. So that's the thing that I learned. I like to do the research, but I also like to manifest. Oh, thank you for the share, Sevi Kit Chick. I appreciate you. Keep it up. Teach people the truth about themselves without guilt tripping and happy creating. Aw, thank you, Ashley. Does anybody else have any other questions for us? If I want to let's see. Where can people find you and well, on YouTube and what talk about your academy and all that so that people know about the academy.
Oh, you said where can they find me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, in my the link in my bio.
Okay. Aw. And your academy.
It's the link in my bio too.
Okay. Yeah, that's that. Just want to make sure I give you the chance to talk about all of that so that people, when people go watch the replay on YouTube, that they know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or it's in my send my YouTube and a description in the videos too. You put your replays in, you do it
Yeah.
on.
Anytime I have like a collab live, I always put them on YouTube.
Oh, cool.
Like the collab live because it's like I think that's like the easy like way because it's like cross promoting. Like I'm helping. It's like a give and take because we're both
Yeah,
collaborating. So it's like you know have them up there so people can go back to watch them in case they actually missed it or whatever. And then I'll take
cool.
if you didn't know this on your back end, like when you go live, um, there's the live studio part. You can take clips from your live and you can share them to your TikTok feed.
Okay.
So you just have to like go into your TikTok studio and you'll get the replays. You can find the replays and then you can take like the little clips and stuff like that as a way to tell people like, oh, by the way, well, I was live here and I did this live with this person or without this person or whatever. Or like if somebody there was one time somebody gifted me a galaxy. So um somebody gifted me a galaxy, so I ended up sharing the clip of somebody giving me the gift because I wasn't expecting it. Because then when you like, the more you do go live and the more you get supporters, not saying, oh, thank you for the roses, by the way. All these like gifts over time they end up adding up, and you get a check
Yeah.
like you get a check every Wednesday.
Mm, okay.
Yeah, so like that's the beauty That's another reason why I'm working on being more active on going live, because over time it does add up.
Mm-hmm.
You get a consistent check every week.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something that most people don't really understand. Like they get it. It's great to be monetized on YouTube, but it's also really good to be monetized on here too.
Right. I'm monetized on YouTube now. Yeah.
So I like going live because it's just like, okay, it's the easiest and fastest way to one, help grow your community, and two, get paid.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I
even the
make most of my money from my courses and coaching and stuff. I don't really care about I mean, I've had people send me stuff. They do still. For some reason, I haven't been able to cash out. I don't know if I just didn't get enough, but that's pretty much where I make most of my money is from.
you have to have a minimum of $10 and a minimum of $10 to cash out.
Okay.
You have the minimum of $10 to cash out, and you probably need to put in your PayPal.
Okay.
Set up your PayPal, and then because I also I'll do TikTok shop videos, but like I find ways to connect it back to manifesting.
Mm-hmm.
Like I find a way. Like I'll be like, yeah, I got this pink toolkit that I was using to help me manifest moving to Texas. I was like, yeah, I got this, and I got it to help me move, to fix the stuff that was wrong in my apartment. Then there was like other things that I got, like manifesting clear skin and whatever. So I'll use like the products for that, and I'll just be like manifesting my soft girl glow up. Like the car that I just like, since I just got the car, I'm like, oh, I found a bunch of car stuff. I found a bunch of car stuff that now I'm gonna use to maneuver to make content with the car. Because now the car is basically going to end up paying for itself. Because why the hell not? So
Right.
these are like things that I like to think about. I don't know if anybody else does it, and I know we have that notion, like when you usually hear, oh, a car is a liability. I switch that, and I'm like, no, car's not a liability. It's an asset. It's making me money. It doesn't
Right.
sit there. It's actually making me money. My apartment making
I
me
feel
money.
that way too because here's my thing, I don't care if I get a car loan. I'd rather have a car that's reliable and doesn't break down in the middle of the highway. So I'm okay with paying a monthly payment instead of a hoopty that's gonna break down. That's the way I see it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Because that's what everybody was telling me, that while I was manifesting the car, everybody was telling me, oh, just get a used car, just get a used car. And I was like, no, I don't want a used car.
Right,
They're
because
like,
because they're like, oh, that's all you deserve. Like, oh no, that's not all I deserve. I deserve to get a brand new car. So
I don't want a used car. I'm like, I don't want a used car. I want what I want. Like I don't want a used car. I want a new car. And they're like, but why? I'm like, because I want to be the first person driving the car. That's why. It's not the car itself that I don't trust. It's the people that I don't trust. Because you don't
Mhm.
know who is driving it. You don't know if the car facts are true or not. Like, so I'm just like, yeah, I'd rather be the first person to drive it than getting a used car. And sometimes even with the used cars, you're still finding yourself with getting a used car, and it's more money than a new car.
Mhm.
'Cause that's what happened to my mom. My mom found she was in the process of getting a used car, and she didn't get the used car because the used car ended up being more money than the new car she ended up getting. And I'm like,
Yeah, and that's a waste of money.
so she ended up getting, she got the new car. I helped her manifest a new car. Um, it's a car, it's a point A to point B car, because it's not the actual car she actually wanted, but I'm helping her still manifest a car that she does want in the back end. And then I have my car, and then I have my car that I just manifested within the space of a month. So that's two cars in the space of a month. So amazing things are on the horizon for all of us. So Yeah.
Well,
So,
it's 10 o'clock. I was probably gonna get off.
no, you're fine because I'm about to get off too.
All
'Cause
right. Nice to meet you.
nice meeting you too, and thank you. I will let you know when I upload the. I'll upload the live and I'll send you the link so that you can have it.
Okay.
All right.
You have a good night.
You too. And bye, guys.